You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com. Welcome back. Daily Show hitting you at 10:12. Little bit of change. The current Deputy City Clerk for Alton, Lauren Wilson. How are we doing today?
Good. How are you?
Well, I'm hanging in there. It's kind of cold.
Yeah. I'm ready for it all to melt. Hopefully tomorrow. Fingers crossed.
Well, by April 1st, it should be warmer.
Yes. It's Election Day is April 1st, April Fool's Day. It is not a joke.
I know. I keep asking if we can change it.
I know. It just happened to fall that way.
Well, you're running for City Clerk this time around the horn.
I am. I've been the deputy for 4 years, so I came in as a deputy. I'm the current deputy. I'm a people person. So first and foremost, I want people to know that, you know, when people are electing people, we are public servants. I don't like to use the term politician. I'm a public servant. You're putting me in a position to do for the public, and that's what I'm there to do. I've been the deputy clerk for almost 4 years. I was acting clerk for a little bit more than half of that. I really know this job, and I'm happy to do it, and I want to do it. So I want people to know that, you know, what the city clerk office does too. You know, it's hard to know what every office is in charge of down there.
True.
Like, people come in, they think we do Social Security, because we're in charge of birth and death certificates there. So it's hard to know kind of where to navigate. And it seems to be like we're kind of the first office. So we're happy to direct people to where they go. And I also wanted to talk about our website, because I think our website is really good. It's very user-friendly. You can get all kinds of forms on there. You can pay tickets. You can find out directly who you need to talk to. There's numbers. And anybody who's listening who has questions for me can find me under the, Department of City Clerk, my number and my email.
Really cool. So, how did you step into the deputy role? Let's start there.
Okay, so Mary Bolds was the city clerk for 30 plus years, and she happened to retire as her deputy retired 4 years ago. So we kind of had a whole new office. Cheryl Engel was elected. She appointed me to be her deputy. It's been a great learning experience. That's kind of how I got there. Yeah. We've had kind of a different 4 years because, there's been, I've stepped in as acting clerk, and she's come back. So our boundaries have been a little hairy, but it's been a good 4 years.
Well, you need an efficient clerk's office to have an efficient city, and I think that that's something that people don't necessarily realize, because you're right, folks 9 times out of 10 don't know the true functions of each office. They're just going to stop in and see, well, the clerk's office or treasurer, I need to go here.
Sure.
So it's really important to talk about that, and it seems like to be efficient is really the best way for a city to succeed, and it starts in the clerk's office.
Well, all business comes in the clerk's office.
Yeah.
It starts out at those meetings as resolutions, whether it's a contract or an easement or a deed or an agreement. We put the meetings together, and then we get all of those back. So we're preserving city files we have files in our vault from 1920.
Right.
So we're preserving all that, and it's important to be efficient and to have, good organizational skills. So then in 50 years, the new clerk can find I'm still pulling contracts from the 70s. You know what I mean?
Well, and it's important because you never know when that's going to come up in a conversation about a particular ordinance or a particular proposal that's going on. It's very important stuff.
Yeah, it is. It's very important, and I really take it seriously. I'm a very organized person by nature. It's just who I am. I come from a long line of worker bees, and I'm just a worker bee.
Yeah, well, a couple of years in, you were acting deputy or clerk for a couple of years while you're the deputy. You had to fill in. Was it in that time period that you thought, maybe I could do this? What led to the decision of I think I'm going to run?
I've done a lot of the work there throughout the 4 years, and I had 2 jobs simultaneously. I was doing the clerk job and the deputy job at one time.
Wow.
And so I got really good at it. I taught myself. I learned how to do the job. I've been doing the job. And not only do I want to do it for 4 years, I want to do it for 24 years. I mean, I grew up in Alton. I've been here my whole life. I graduated from Marquette. I earned a bachelor's degree at Missouri Baptist. I have 2 young kids. They go to St. Mary's. I would love to stay in a little circle of Alton until I retire,
right? Essentially.
My mom worked for the mayor for a long time when I was a kid. I like people and I like to help, and it's a perfect job for me.
What do you encounter in the clerk's office any given day?
So we do a lot of birth and death. Anybody who passes in Alton, anybody who's born in Alton, we certify all those records. We get everything ready for the meetings. We have bi-monthly council and committee meetings, and that's where the real government happens. So essentially, the clerk is the liaison between the public body and the local government. No, we're not running policy. We're not enforcing anything. We are the record keeper. We're keeping records. We're filing them. We're getting signatures. The city clerk is she holds the city seal.
Yeah.
We hold all those contracts. All voter registration, all local election. The city clerk is that professional there that runs all those things. We do a ton of stuff in the clerk's office. Let's see. I mean, I wrote some stuff down because I knew, it's so hard to remember.
Well, no,
everything.
and I don't mean to put you on the spot with just what does the job entail, but, just a typical day, I think it's important, especially just not even talking about why you should be elected or why people should vote for you, but you have encountered a lot. The clerk's office is a very diverse place. It has a lot, and I've seen it personally.
100%. And we still have, they don't make phone books anymore. We still have people calling us for numbers and things like that. And we're happy to help. People of an older generation, it's hard to turn the page on, go to the internet and do this and do that. So we still mail out. We still type on typewriters in the clerk's office. We have to keep, there's state and municipal and federal laws that have to be done there. We've got big giant books of ordinances from the beginning of time. I mean, it's a very there's a lot of work to be done, and it takes a lot of efficiency and time management and organization.
Absolutely. During your time as the deputy clerk, what were you able to kind of see through the end and as your time as acting too?
Yeah, so I've put in over 20 plus years of birth records just from our vault, just to digitize them. I can't sit still. I'm not a scrolling on the phone kind of girl. I like to go to work and I like to work. I've created a book of easements, so it's easily found when I need to look up, our deeds. Where's Rock Springs deeds for whatever reason. There's so much history in that office, and it needs to be preserved in the right manner, and then filed so others, if something were to happen, others could come in and find those documents. Not only on top of all that, but the city clerk also is in charge of the building. So. The maintenance, and we have a beautiful old building, lots of things to work with. Thank goodness we have a maintenance supervisor who's the hands-on. But that's just another role of the city clerk.
Well, and it's just all fascinating, though, for folks that maybe wanted to learn a little bit more about the role at large that necessarily don't. And going forward, the digitization aspect, I feel like, is the most important thing. And it's not because it's your, one of your campaign or what you're talking about here.
Sure.
It's just Lacey McDonald, who's from Hainer. She joins us once a week. And out of the digitization they've done over there, it's preserved literally hundreds of years of history.
Absolutely. And the Hainer Library, when we can't find something, we're,
I bet you do.
Somebody comes in with a picture and says, do you know when this was taken? Or we're like, if we can't find it, or if we're not sure, you might want to go down to Hainer. I mean, we only have the best library in the country that's preserved years and years of historical facts.
Well, and it's just going back to that digitization, though. Is that something you want to do more of it as the city clerk? Can you do more of it?
I think so. I think there are different programs that we can use to really make sure that all of our documents are safe. We still use the state computer, which they're all digital, but sometimes technology goes out and we still have to look up birth records. So we have to go into our vault and pull them. We still have every ordinance and resolution that ever has been passed in the city of Alton is still on paper in our vault.
Wow.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's really incredible to look at those documents, but I think it's important to have both.
Yeah, I get it. No, I do too, because you're right. If something crashes, you would like to have an actual copy for backup, because you never know.
Sure.
What are you looking to do in the next couple? If let's say you're elected April 1st, what would you like to institute in the clerk's office? Has there been something on your mind?
Not really. I like to make everything tight. And there's been a question in the last couple of years about passports.
Yeah.
Everybody, it comes to us and says, I need my birth certificate for a passport. I need to get a passport. So maybe looking forward, times are changing.
Yeah.
And if we can make it easy, because everybody comes to us for a birth certificate because they need a passport. So maybe looking at getting that option in the clerk's office. I don't think it would be much. And our IT, shout out Jarvis Schwope, is great. And he's always looking to improve and really make things easier for people coming in.
100%. And we'll talk about the website and some things that the ease of access for some of the people. And I'd love to come back and chat with more of what we're looking at and some of the different work that you've done as deputy clerk. You stay there. We'll stay here on RiverBender.com. It's 10:22. More Daily Show next.
Hey, would you drop by the pharmacy? My doctor switched my cholesterol medication.
Yeah, will do, honey. I'm glad he's looking out for you.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including managing chronic conditions. Schedule an appointment today.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready, future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville. Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Village Dispensary has the best deals in Godfrey, Illinois with specials 5 days a week. Mondays, roll in the week with 20 to 30% off select pre-rolls. Tasty Tuesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select edibles. Waxy Wednesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select concentrate and vape brands. Thirsty Thursdays, sip and save with 20 to 30% off all drinks. Flower Friday, grab like 3.5 gram flower deals starting at just $20. Village Dispensary, come meet your best buds.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
I'm telling you, the best part of this show happens during a commercial break every time. If I really turned on that camera, man, we'd have millions of viewers. Back with Lauren Wilson. She is the deputy clerk for the city of Alton and a candidate for the city clerk role coming April 1st.
Yeah.
And getting back to it, you had it seems like a really strong turnout last night, just from pictures that I saw circulating on social media.
It feels really good to have the support of community, not only community, but neighbors, like people that I've talked to just through this process, friends and family, of course. But yeah, I feel like last night went well, and I was happy with the turnout. And I really want people to just understand what the clerk's office does, understand that, no matter who you vote for, just vote.
Yeah.
This is important. This is your streets. This is your city. This is the people you're putting in position to make decisions, and just vote.
Right. Well, and that's the biggest thing. People always kind of get mad at me because they go, "Oh, you make innuendos." No, I don't. I just tell you to vote. Vote your conscience.
Please,
just vote. I don't care.
Yes. And it's important. If you don't like what's going on, or if you don't know, go to the City of Alton website. There's every meeting. There's all the minutes. There, if you don't know, you can figure out. And start to know. Well,
and you spoke on the website a little bit earlier, and take us through how folks can maybe navigate some of the clerk's office, tasks.
So our website's really great. You go on the homepage, you go under departments, you can find every department and kind of what they offer online. Most of our calls and our inquiries are about birth certificates. We have people move to Texas, they need a passport. We're happy to help in that way, and there's a lot of that online. But there is if you go to residences and you go down to elected official, or I'm sorry, well, if There usually, CJ, there's some icons on the left-hand side.
Yeah, right here.
If you find that, I think it's a folder.
Right here.
Agenda and minutes. There's agendas and minutes you can read for the last 5 years.
Yeah, and here's the elected official site that you were talking about, too.
Yeah, and there's names, there's numbers. We also, another thing that we do in the clerk's office is we connect our public with their alderman. Your sidewalk's broken,
right?
Or your curb's fallen off. You call the clerk's office. Where do you live? Start with your alderman. Right. We kind of just start. We point people in the right direction, and we're happy to do that.
It's so important too because an efficient. Well, it goes back to what I said. An efficient clerk's office is an efficient city because that's where a lot of these quarrels and these kind of these matches start because you have someone that maybe thinks they can't get a hold of an alderman or alderwoman because of some reason. But, it's because they aren't, I don't want to say informed, but they don't know that this information is on the site. You can find anyone's phone number there. You can call the clerk's office.
Yeah, and we're happy to, we have a great set of aldermen. They're very happy to help.
Yeah.
So, we got their number. We know where they're at.
Well, and that's a really important note too. And going forward, what do you want people to know about your campaign the most?
So I'm a worker. I'm gonna be there. I want to be there not only for 4 years, but maybe the next 24 years. I'm not in this just for now. I'm in this for the long haul. You can go to my website. It's Wilson-Deputy Clerk.com. There's a little bit more of just about me. I'm a 5th generation Altonian. I come from here. My kids go to St. Mary's. I live, in Christian Hill. I want to be here. I want to work for the city. If you come in the clerk's office, you will see me smiling. I promise. Most of the time, and there's a lot that goes into city business, and it's not always fun, and it's not always pretty. But if I don't know, I will find you the answer.
Really cool. And Lauren, if people want to sign up for yard signs or any of that, can they do that on your website too?
Yes, that's all on my website. There's a link to Facebook. And if you have any questions or anything, you can always email me. My website or my email address is on our city website. It is lwilson@cityofaltonil.gov.
And are you going to be participating in the forum as well?
Absolutely.
And that's February 4th. If you can't make it to the Easton Forum, you can watch it here on RiverBender.com. We'll be bringing you that coverage as well. Lauren, best of luck as April gets closer. You're welcome back anytime.
Thanks so much.
More information, WilsonForClerk.com. We'll take a quick break. St. Ambrose, well, they join us